till Pittsburgh's game-winning touchdown with just over 2 minutes left. So, Shannon, what was the biggest reason the Cowboys didn't hang on to win?
Skip, I just want you to know this. I'm 52. This weekend was one of the top 3 weekends of my life. After Saturday, I really didn't care what happened. And I'm talking about some of the weekends that I had in my early 20s in Daytona, Black College Beach week. I'm talking about the 20, 30 weekends that I had in Vegas in my mid-20s and 30s. This was the best. This was one of the top 3 weekends of my life, considering Saturday and then what happened. So what happened, anything that happened after Saturday, Skip, if you'd have came in here and beat me up, if I'd have lost 50 cases, I wouldn't have been upset. But since I got sweepstakes and I get to gloat, because you know I don't even like gloating, because I don't like to do this to you, because, you know, you're such
gloating about what?
Hold on, let me finish. I don't like doing this to you because you're such a good person. You have such a big heart. And I don't think people really, that doesn't project on TV. But you're really a great guy, Skip. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you.
A lot of people they do think I have a big heart.
Nobody,
people who watch me on TV think
No. The people that watch you on TV don't think you got a good heart. It's the people that meet you.
You ought to stay after one of our road shows and talk to people. You never stay because you don't have a big heart.
Skip, you know what I love about this? Because the Cowboys was ahead for about the entirety of the ball game, until late in the ball game. And I could give everybody, all the Cowboys fans, they were just blowing up my timeline. What you think about that? That's an undefeated team, and we beat them. Yada, yada, yada. And then all of a sudden, Carly Booker, the guy go to get my haircut, he won't take my call. He sent me a text back. They cheated us. We should have won that game. We almost won. I'm seeing on my mentions, do you know that was an undefeated team that we almost won? I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. I thought Herm Edwards said you play to win the game, not to almost win the game, not to cover the spread of the game, to win. Now, the thing that I love the Cowboys' offensive strategy, Skip, because what it seemed to me early, what they were going to try and do, we're going to make Bud Dupree and we're going to make T.J. Watt cover. Those are rush guys. Rush 3-4 in, Skip. They ain't trying to do nothing but come rush the quarterback. Put him in space. Let's see how you do with C.D. Lamb. Let's see if you can cover these guys on some of these over routes.
No, but that's more Pittsburgh's choice than Dallas's choice.
No. I can formation you and make you walk those guys. You ain't got no choice. Okay, you can.
I don't think so, but go ahead.
Yes, I think so, because that's what teams try to do, Skip. They try to, if you just let Bud Dupree and T.J. Watt rush, you're asking for trouble. Now, they made it different. They made it difficult for Dallas because Dallas, they got a couple of runs. And I was like, well, dog, I didn't know Pittsburgh was going to give up runs like Tony Pollard yesterday looked like the better runner than Zeke.
I've been trying to tell you that for months.
Skip, I think the thing is we need to become resigned. Zeke is going to be your bullback. And what I mean by that, Skip, if it's 3rd and 1, 4th down.
I'm not sure to this point he can even get that.
But Skip, he kept his leg driving. He got you some tough yardage. But if you're expecting to see the 30-yard, the 40-yard run, Skip, I don't know if you're going to see that. I'm going to give Gilbert some credit because I thought he played well early. But he missed some throws also that allowed the Steelers to stay in the game. Skip, when they had the momentum, you got to put separation because the Steelers can't run the football. And I think we're going to talk about this a little later, Skip. And that's one of the concerns that I have about them is that when they got a lead, Skip, they can't get 2 tight end, 4-minute offense and control it. And Mike Tomlin, I don't know what the hell you were thinking. You better kick that field goal and go up 8 and make a team score a touchdown in a 2-point conversion to beat you. Don't you let Ben. Oh, Skip, you had just gotten stopped early in the game on a 4th and 1. You got stopped.
You had just missed a couple. You'd missed an extra point and a field goal, and you'd gotten another one blocked.
Yes.
So he said, I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to put this game away. But they didn't put the game away.
Not with your running game. Now, if that's the Tennessee Titans, Skip, you put that game away. That's not, you don't have that type of situation. Skip, the reason why you lost this game is simple, Skip. I can say, well, Gary Gilbert didn't do this, or you didn't run the ball. Too many penalties. Skip, you can't commit those kind of penalties late in the ball game like they did. They got holding. I mean, they got a couple, they got, I think, 5 accepted penalties. The Steelers got a first down on 1, so they declined it. So they got 6 penalties in the 4th quarter. Skip, that'll get you beat. And that'll get you beat. And that's the thing that drives coaches crazy is that the mental mistakes in a ball game, especially in crunch situations. The Cowboys, I love what I'm seeing from D-Law. Skip, that's the D-Law that got that big money. You see the way he coming off that edge? You see the way he hustling? That's what I knew he always had in him. Now, there's another guy, Skip. They moving.
Wait, is the show over yet? Do I get to talk? I don't know.
Skip, I don't know what's going on with your boy Jalen Smith, but I'm not seeing it. And I know you're not seeing it.
I have seen it. I've seen new effort and energy.
Skip, you got to make plays, Skip. This is a play league. But the Cowboys, Skip, give Gary Gilbert credit. He played as well as I thought he could possibly play. I didn't see this. Now, they got tape on him. They got tape on him, not Skip.
Well, they had a lot of arena tape on him.
You're talking about some arena. For real, Skip.
He lit it up in the arena league.
He did, Skip.
All you need to do is put in the tape at the University of Texas when he was a blue chip national recruit, one of the top 2 or 3 quarterbacks ranked in the United States, and went to his home state, University of Texas.
He did.
And got to start 1 year. I get to see him for, I don't know, 5 or 6 games, and he threw 10 touchdowns and 17 interceptions. That's why I was dubious about him starting yesterday.
And he ended up at SMU.
Thank you. And did okay, 21 touchdowns and 7. Now, it's my turn to explain to you what happened yesterday.
Okay, what happened?
My Dallas Cowboys should have won that game and should be in first place, albeit in the NFC least. My Cowboys deserve to win that game because my Cowboys outplayed the Pittsburgh Steelers in every way, shape, and form yesterday. And they lost because they got absolutely robbed in the second half 3 times. It was blatant highway robbery on I-30 that travels between Dallas and Fort Worth, just off I-30 at Jerry World. They got robbed by the referees, and I tweeted at the end of the game because the Steelers were jumping up and down like they'd won the freaking Super Bowl at Jerry World, and I said, yeah, celebrate Pittsburgh, but you should be hugging the referees because the referees saved them in this game. Let me count the ways, shall we? First one, my man, Garrett Gilbert, and again, I would have started Cooper Rush, but he played very well under the circumstances yesterday. Here he is, and he gets them down to 3rd and goal at the 5. And he's got a chance because he'd thrown 1 touchdown pass to CeeDee Lamb. And again, it was a weird play because they were zone blitzing on that play, and TJ dropped back and ended up, oh my God, I got to cover CeeDee Lamb. And it just a little out and up, and it was just an easy touchdown. It was a sight for sore eyes because my team hasn't scored many touchdowns over the last 4 games. But on this one, I'm thinking, maybe we can cash this one. It's 11:54 left in the 4th quarter. And if we could see this play, please. Joe Hayden, who's a very good cornerback, flat out grabs Amari Cooper on his break. He just grabs him. It's as blatant and isolated defensive pass interference as you can get. It's just defensive holding. He just grabbed him. And Garrett Gilbert is celebrating because the flag flies and he thinks that his interception is nullified. But in fact, there's just a personal foul. Yeah, it's just a legal crackback. But here's Amari. He just gets grabbed. That's like a tackle. That is blatant pass interference and should have canceled out what turned into an interception because he got racked as he was all day. That's the fiercest pass rush.
Make us stay in the end zone.
And that we would have had it 1st and goal at the 2.5-yard line. You think we could cash that in with Ezekiel Elliott? No. I do. And what would that have made it at that point? They were up 19-15. That would have made it 26-15. Would that have stood up with the 4th quarter left to play? Maybe would have stood up the way my defense was playing. By the way, my defense held Pittsburgh to 46 yards rushing. This is the same Mike Nolan defense that gave up 307 to Cleveland and what was it, 205?
240 to Arizona.
Yeah, but I was doing the one at Washington, obviously.
So you like it, Mike Nolan? Now, huh?
I'm liking the fact they got rid of every free agent they signed, every veteran free agent in the offseason, and finally the ones who are left have bought into this system. I would have fired him at that point because I would have rather them do it with all the free agent talent that they have, but they're doing it with a lot of young players. And all of a sudden, how about Neville Gallimore, University of Oklahoma? I kept telling you after they drafted him, he can disrupt.
Well, tell me why that makes sense. You draft the guy in the 3rd round and you say he's a guy, but you signed 2 guys to put in front of him. Yeah,
but the point was he didn't get to play enough yesterday because every play he played, he disrupted.
Yes, right.
Now we get to the most egregious robbery of the day.
What happened?
and it comes with 8:36 left. It's 1st and 10 at the Dallas 48 for the Pittsburgh Steelers that you loved yesterday. They were your team yesterday. And finally, Ty Crawford got to Big Ben Roethlisberger. And finally, he rocked him so hard that Big Ben coughed it up, if we could see this. He coughed it, and Aldon Smith gets it on a bounce. Thank you, Aldon. And he is off to the races at about whatever he weighs, 300 pounds. And he runs this ball all the way down to the Pittsburgh 21-yard line. I'm thinking I got a great chance to win the game because now we're getting later in the fourth quarter. But do you see what happened with Jalen Smith?
He pushed him down.
He didn't push him down. He chucked him at 5 yards. It was a completely legal chuck. You are allowed by rule to have one shot within 5 yards. Was it maybe 6 yards?
Yeah,
maybe
six.
maybe 5.5. He chucks Ebron, just gives him a shove, which is completely legal. Did he grab him? Did he pull him down? No, he did not. Did he hold him? No, he did not. He just pushed him, and it looked like Ebron flopped or tripped.